Well, hello to my new friends in Croatia at the Cool Pond Club. My name is Dave Weiss. I'm an artist and a pastor from Pennsylvania in the United States, and I'm excited to be talking to you today. My hope was to be able to talk to you live, but over Skype, but you guys are quite a few hours ahead of us, so by the time you're doing this, I'll be at my church doing my message, and so I needed to make this video to just kind of introduce myself and say hello. I met your friend Ivana there through an online thing that she was doing called March Our Tune, where she challenged artists to create a different piece of art based on a theme each day. So this is what I did with that. As you can see, my art style is a little odd. I like to do cartooning. Cartooning is probably my favorite thing to do. I love to design all these weird, creepy characters, and I just really thoroughly enjoy doing this kind of stuff. One of the things I did early in my career was I worked for a licensee of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I would paint these big backdrops of the turtles and all kinds of promotional materials and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. I've always loved cartooning. It's something that I've always thoroughly enjoyed. So Ivana asked me to talk today a little bit about the internet. Now, I will tell you that there are people who I run into sometimes that think the internet is bad. Others think it's very good. And if you ask me which one I would say it is, I would say it's neither. I would say the internet is a tool. It can be used in many different ways to do many different things. It's neither good nor bad on its own. That depends on how we use it, and so the choice is yours. And for me as an artist, it was a great thing. See, I'm 55 years old, so I'm kind of old. But before the internet came along, if I wanted to sell a piece of artwork, I had to create it, and then make a bunch of copies and put it in the mail and send it to a whole bunch of people. I'd submit over and over and over again. And what usually ended up happening was, more often than not, my work got rejected. It was just the way it worked. It wasn't that I was a bad artist. It was that so many people were sending out so many things, and I was competing against so many different other artists. I know one time I sent out a comic strip. I wanted to have a comic strip published. And so I sent it out to a couple of the syndicates. These are the people who put them into the newspapers and other places. And they sent me back a letter that said out of the thousands they receive every year, they pick one. And no, mine was not that one. It was kind of discouraging. It was kind of depressing. And it happened a lot. I got rejected a lot more than I ever got accepted. It was just the way it worked back then. But when the internet came along, everything changed. Because see, now you don't have to go through acceptance and rejections anymore. Since the internet has come along, I've published thousands of articles and thousands of pieces of art. I've put them out there for the world to see. I've published 19 books. I've had the opportunity to meet people all over the world. And it's opened doors for my ministry. When I was working with my youth, I started using art with the youth group at my church, and I started to share these things on the internet, which was coming along about the same time. And people started inviting me in and asking me to share what I was doing with them, and it was great. I've always loved to do this, and now it had an opportunity to do some real good with it. It was wonderful. I love doing what I do. It's exciting. And I know that the internet has a lot of things going against it. I've seen so much negativity out there that I've decided to do something. For the rest of the year here at least, my plan is to create something every day that's positive. I was going to call it the Encouragement Project, but I found out someone else already has that. So I'm not sure what the name of this thing is going to be yet. But I want to use what I've been given to serve others, to make people happy, to bring people joy, and to help people to be encouraged. That's a great word. And the word encourage, at least in English, it means to give courage. To give someone courage. In other words, someone is running out of courage, they're struggling, they're having a hard time, but you come along and you believe in them. And so you give them some of your courage, you encourage them, you allow them to continue to move forward and to succeed. To close off this video, I just want to share with you a piece of art that I just finished. that I'm hoping you'll see somewhere. You'll see yourself in it. Basically, it says this. It says you don't have to be better than anyone else. You just have to be the best you can be. That's my encouragement for you today. Just do whatever you do to the best of your ability and put it out there for the world to see. Here are a few of my other encouragements. Truly, whether the internet is positive or negative is up to you and how you use it. If you want, you can use it for incredible good. And that's what I have for you today. I hope you found this encouraging. I hope you'll put it to use. I thank Ivana for having me today, and I hope to talk to you again soon. God bless. To see more of what I'm working on, follow me online at amuckarts.com and bewareofartist1.wordpress.com.